Web3.tv.
Hello and welcome to Web3 Talks. I'm Lisa Amnegard, and today we'll be diving into the world of AI, a technology that's not only seeping into everyday life, but defining our era. Over the past year, we've seen the AI industry grow by over $100 billion globally, with companies like NVIDIA reaching valuations of $3.6 trillion. We've seen the rise of ChatGPT to the development of agentic flow, where AI can not only think, but create and make decisions for us. But what's next for AI? And how can investors capitalize on this booming sector? To help us answer these questions, I'm joined by Dr. Max Lee, professor at Columbia University and founder of OORT, a decentralized AI cloud computing platform. I'm really excited to have you on the show today. And I want to start off with asking you about the current state of AI. So what are your thoughts? Are we currently in an AI bubble, or is this just the natural progression of the industry?
Yeah, we do have some bubbles. I think this is a consensus we already achieve. So, but for any new technologies, there's always a bubble. So this is pretty normal.
So for an investor, let's say investing in AI, do you think it's too late to invest?
There's many huge opportunities for investors. But the good sign I see from Silicon Valley and the United States is like the investors, they are more careful and more serious. And because at the beginning, let's say, when ChatGPT just launched, right? At that time, the investors are like, oh, this is crazy. Everybody just come and put money in it. And that's kind of like very emotional, right? And then at the end of the day, they say, when we're trying to monetize the product, we see this problem, that problem, there's so many problems. They don't see strong revenues as expected, right? And if you look at the whole AI industry, it's still very early stage. There's tons of opportunities. There's tons of good projects that for people to invest. But now it's like people will be, like what I said, will be more careful, more serious because they're knowledgeable investors right now.
And especially when you educate people at university, research like you have been doing as well at Columbia University. But now you've been invited by the Mohammed bin Zayed Artificial Intelligence University. Right. So I would like to know a little bit more about what kind of collaborations you're doing and what kind of projects you're working on.
Well, so basically we're working on the AI research with a focus on decentralized AI. And we already explored several possible potential collaborations down the road. The low-hanging fruit is, first of all, we may collaborate on some the textbook drafting. Right, so basically, in a decentralized AI is pretty new.
What is decentralized AI?
Yeah, I've been asked with this question for a million times, and so as I said, it's very new. Decentralized AI is like this. So in one sentence, I would say it's an AI built by the community for community. It's not AI built by a few companies and used by community, like ChatGPT, like DeepSeek, The motivation for decentralized AI is about the trust.
And do you think that is kind of the main challenge right now for AI, the transparency and maybe the ethical use of AI?
Yeah. There's a big challenge there. I gave a talk like in Denver like a month ago. In my talk, I showed that all the current AI agent is not these big models like a DeepSeek, ChatGPT. These models, they're not safe.
Because
right?
You don't really know how the data is shared. And also, most of the time, these large language models provide inaccurate data.
Exactly, right? So every key stage for this AI development is not transparent. At least for ChatGPT, we have almost zero knowledge about how they build it, what data set they use for training. In decentralized AI means like for every single stage, it's built by community. Every single stage, let's say data collection, is everybody contribute the data, and all this data, you can view this as a crowdsourcing, right? And the whole data, every single data point collection process will be recorded on blockchain, and people can trace and it cannot be manipulated. This is the only way for you to build trust. And once you have the trust, So this is going to be the game changer.
When it comes to, let's say, the next wave of AI, or even if, let's say, investors want to look to invest in AI, is decentralized AI the future?
Yeah, I would say decentralized AI is still in a very, very early stage, right? But maybe in 1 year or two, this may not catch attention from the public, the massive people. But I would say after a while, this will be the mainstream. Because, for now, the AI technology itself is evolving really fast and become more and more powerful. And people see that, we can leverage AI to do many, many things for us, right? To improve our personal efficiency and effectiveness in our daily work. But still, it's not in a massive adoption phase yet. Once that comes, people may think about, how can I trust this AI agent? At that time, there's, maybe decentralized AI is a solution. So you see the logic, right? So I think it's all about timing. The time is not, I would say, the time is not ready for now, but this 100% sure this will be something in the future. But of course, as an entrepreneur, you always build something for the future, not for now.
Of course, yeah. And just to explain a little bit how the OORT platform works, can you describe just how it's used, what people can
Sure. Yeah.
do with
So OORT, we are trying to provide the solutions for AI companies or AI builders to build a transparent AI so that they can build trust. So the three key products is like OORT Data Hub, which is like a decentralized data collection platform. And the second is OORT Storage, which is the decentralized data storage platform. Because after you collect this training data, you need to put it somewhere. If you put it in Amazon or Google Cloud or something, you know what's going to happen. People can make manipulations, right? So that's a centralized storage. But now we do it in a decentralized way. Means only the person who owns the private key can access and change your data. Just like how you control your crypto wallet, right? So no one else, even Donald Trump, has no power to move your Bitcoin out of your wallet, right? If he doesn't have the private key. The third is OORT Compute, which is a decentralized computing platform for people to easily access the GPUs and manage the GPUs all over the world. Because there's so many underutilized GPU computing powers around the world. But when people are building their AI agent, again, they all go to like Google Cloud, Amazon, and they pay lots of money for it. And they buy NVIDIA cards, very costly. So that is but in the meanwhile, we see there's so many GPU cards around the world, they are idle and they're underutilized at that, right?
So that would be more for, let's say, as a developer of AI to create their own product, right?
Right.
But it would be very secure and transparent.
Very secure. And as I said, only you, the builder, can have access to all these resources.
You are also an investor yourself. You've invested in many startups and different types of AI companies. But if you are looking into investing in AI now, where do you see the most? Are there specific areas of AI that have, let's say, growth potentials or even regions that you're looking at?
So from investor perspective, so far, I've focused on like the startups in the States and also China, but most likely States, right? Silicon Valley, to be specific, because I see so many good projects there. And for the investment thesis, I would say that I will be more focused on the 2B business rather than 2C. So for the 2C business, is still too early. It's still too early.
Why is that?
2C means like you have millions of people gonna use that.
Yeah.
Right? If you make critical mistake, there's gonna be a big trouble, right? And the second is the business model itself, because the internet business model, let's say we are very familiar with the subscription model. Like every month I pay $20, I'm gonna use your app or whatever, right? So this is the business model coming from the internet era. But this cannot be applied to AI you see that the ChatGPT, they charge you $20 as a pro account or something like that, and they lost lots of money because of that.
Yeah,
right?
But why is that?
Because the cost of your service comes from the GPU cores. Actually, the token is a measure of the GPU power you use or you consumed for your conversation with the AI. And this could be unlimited. If you keep talking with AI, you keep using the GPU, you pay only $20 per month, right? So yeah, that's why as an investor, I mean, for now at least, I may focus on the 2B business, because 2B business is much more clear. It's like I provide you this company. I provide you, like say, this AI agent to help you improve your financial department or like operational team or whatever. And you see how much money you saved, because that is very easy to measure, right?
Yeah.
Right. So.
But when we look at sort of B2B AI companies, which areas do you see most potential in? So
yeah, I would focus on the areas that are not mission critical. Mission critical means like medical care, for example. You ask an AI agent to do some medical care decisions or something, right? For these mission critical jobs, I don't think our current AI technology is ready for it. It's mature enough to do it, because if the AI makes some mistakes, for example, like I share my credit card with the AI agent and he books something wrong, who's gonna take the responsibility? I lost my $2,000, right? So I can only blame the AI, but that's the AI company gonna pay for it?
And also when it comes to sort of looking at the, say, AI companies, startups, or just various companies, how do you make sure that you don't sort of invest into something that might not even have potential?
So technology is the first, and the go-to-market is second, because like what I shared, so go-to-market, there's many blockers right now, like how can you build trust with your customers, right?
Which is the biggest challenge.
It's a very big challenge, and also how can you guarantee that your agent gave very accurate response, right? Because for now the customer are very picky.
Yeah.
Right, very picky. If you did something wrong once, they will remove the app.
Yeah.
I don't want to use it, right? So, and also in terms of regulation and all these type of things, is ready for it, right? So I see many entrepreneurs, when they start their business, they only focus on their brilliant ideas, the dream, but actually we need to talk about the reality, right? So many of them even don't think about it, like. And then when they after 1 year or two, when they in the face of a go-to-market, they'll say, this is something, we failed or something like that. So yeah, I think because I'm a professor and I'm also an entrepreneur, so I know the technology, I know the go-to-market pain points. So that's my two things in my mind. That's when I look at these projects.
I wanted to trace back to your research here in the UAE. You've seen how things are in the industry in the UAE, but also you are based in New York. So in your opinion, where does the UAE stand in the global AI ecosystem?
Well, I think just like the advantage in terms of geographic advantage of UAE, right? So UAE is in the middle between the West and the East, and the UAE has a good relationship with all the West and the Eastern countries. So basically, UAE is catching up very fast in AI by leveraging the resources and advantage from both Western countries and the Eastern countries, especially China and the US, basically. And I think. What I see is like the UAE now is, I would not say the all-in AI, but one of the big focus of the government is on AI, right? They build this university, they hire top professors from all over the world, and the talent people and the students all over the world come to Abu Dhabi, and also they will launch. I know that they're planning like incubators or something like that to support these AI companies. I think UAE, and also the best thing is like Dubai and Abu Dhabi now is a very attractive city for both Western people and Eastern people, right? So it's a very international city, especially in Dubai. I come to Dubai every year. So I have so many friends here, very international city. And this environment, I said that, I told my friend, this is kind of the second New York, right? So all immigrants and people come and just work together, right? So I really love this environment. I think this is the key to drive the booming of AI in UAE, because the people comes and the infrastructure here is awesome, and the people are very international, and the talent people can come.
And if we just look at the future of AI, where do you see it heading, or what are you most excited about?
Well, I would say I'm excited. I have so many things to excited about, and I also so many things to worry about. Well, in philosophy, we all say that everything has like two sides, right? Good or bad. And in traditional Chinese culture, they say that they're called yin and yang, right? So AI, of course, can help a lot to facilitate our daily life, make it more easier, more efficient. But that's lots of things you will feel excited. For example, autonomous driving, right? I just bought a Tesla car. That's exciting, and the robotics, they're working at your home. So take care of your kids and take care of your family. So everything will be powered by AI. That's the exciting part. But the thing I'm worried about is the ethical or responsibility or responsible AI stuff, right? So I don't know if a good or bad.
OpenAI was creating the new, I think it was the 4.0 model, or it could have been like
model?
ChatGPT 4, something like that. And they had to overwrite the code, and then the ChatGPT knew that it was dying, so it sort of recoded itself. Because it refused to die. So we can already see that AI.
That's the real intelligence. And that's something. That's another thing I want to add to my statements is about this controllability. So this could be something even more dangerous, like if you lose the control. But my big concern is like that, because now many countries or many teams, they're competing in AI development. Because of the national security or business purpose or something like that, right? So they're competing. But this is really bad, because when people are competing in such a way, people don't care about the controllability or ethical stuff, nothing.
Or the risks.
I'm gonna take all this risk and just deliver the product, right? Because and this could be very very dangerous. If you lose control on AI, nobody knows what's gonna happen.
We'll see what happens.
And then that's why I personally don't like that we deploy AI on these robots. So AI in the computer, that's fine, but in robots like Boston Dynamics, very powerful robot, right? And in China, I know several companies. They're very good at build very good robots, and also the drones, all these type of things. If you put AI in it, if you lose control, that could be super. This is going to be a disaster. It's going to be a disaster.
It's really crazy how fast these robots and drones are advancing, and also how human-like they've become as well. We'll see. So thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for your time, and very love talking. Very nice talking to you.
Yeah, likewise. And that's all that we had for you today. My name is Lisa Amnegard, and you're watching Web3 Talks.
Web3.tv